asked me to voice my opinion about it. To the show, everybody. Today we're going to talk about something that I've purposely not talked about on YouTube or Instagram or Facebook or anything else, but it's come to a point that I'm just going to have to say something about it.
Look, man, we ain't talking about politics on here. We don't say we ain't talking about politics, no left wings, no right wings. We don't talk about birds on here. What you talking about?
So this new phase, I guess.
Phase?
I don't know what. It's been dubbed the ball python recession.
Oh, we're talking about economics. Economics.
Yeah.
What do you think? I'm okay with economics.
Alright, so there's already been several videos on YouTube about the recession of ball pythons, and I'm sure y'all, if you're watching my channel, you've at least seen one big name guy and several of the other bigger-ish guys have made YouTube videos about this. So I just wasn't going to say anything about it because honestly I don't see where it's at. However, I have very good friends and customers that have asked me to voice my opinion about it and put it out there. So I guess that's what I got to do. I don't feel like I'm influential in this hobby. I feel like I just breed snakes and sell them and make a living doing it, but sometimes I guess I have to realize that I am influential and my opinion does matter. So I'm going to give you my opinion.
There you go.
Whether you like it or not, here it is. Alright, so Craig has dubbed this segment
Tony's 2 cents.
Tony's 2 cents. So I guess that's where it is. But my opinion about the ball python recession. Honestly, have I seen a drop in sales? Yeah, I have. But I went back and looked. You can ask Cassie because I had all the paperwork strung across the kitchen table last night. I went back and looked at years past, and November, December, and January have always been the worst months in sales for the ball python industry. Scratch that. Not going to talk about industry. I'm going to talk about me. November, December, and January have always been the worst sales for hardwired exotics since hardwired exotics became a thing 9 years ago. Right?
9, yeah.
Yeah.
I'm going on 9 years now.
9, 10.
So I have enough documentation and paperwork to show, okay, this happened, this happened, this happens, this happens. It's been not real good. In November, December, January. It's not just year. It's not just last year. It's every year. So I have enough proof and enough record that I can say that. Comes February, it's like a light switch. February, March, all the way through till October. It's like good sales. But for November, December, January has always been, bad. That being said, this December that we just came through, last month, was January now, 2023.
23! First episode!
So, I don't know if it's first episode or not. But anyway, Craig's first episode.
First.
That.
That's right, Craig. My first episode. It's January the 2nd right now, so unless they filmed an episode yesterday that I didn't know about.
We did. Sorry.
Y'all see how they do me Facebook? No, that's not Facebook. That's YouTube. YouTube, you see how they do me? It's messed up.
So that being said, December was our fourth. I forgot. Either fourth highest gross sale months out of 2023. We done better this December than we have ever done in a December in the past, and was our fourth highest fourth highest in gross sales all year of 2022.
That's good.
So again, what recession? I'm not seeing a recession here. All right. So let's not talk about money. Let's talk about the ball pythons themselves. We breed ball pythons to make things that we want. Let me rephrase that again. I breed ball pythons to make things that I want. And I have been lucky enough over the years that things that I decide that I'm not going to keep, you all, however you want to say it, you buy those animals that I'm selling. I have 3 2021 animals left. So that's not bad. For 2 years ago, I only have 3 left that are for sale, and they're fixing to not be for sale because I'm just going to put them in my holdback racks. So obviously it hasn't been a problem getting rid of snakes year after year after year after year. And I've been very fortunate, and thank y'all so much for always being there and supporting us as a business. But I breed snakes because I want to create things and I want to make things, and I like pushing these projects over and over and over and over again. I've never been one to do a whole lot of just breeding for money. And I feel like right now that if you're just breeding for money, you're just trying to make pies or just trying to make albinos or just trying to make things that people are buying, yeah, you may be running into a point to those animals aren't moving as well as they used to because of the economy. I mean, I don't have to talk about it. The economy is not that great right now, and a lot of people that would normally buy a pied or albino are not buying those. But people that are still invested into this hobby, into this business, like I am, like Craig is, like many other people out there, y'all watching this, y'all still want to buy things. You still need to buy things. I still have to buy things. I spent more in 2022. I'll be straight up honest with you. Well, you remember what the number was that I calculated last night? Let me look. I spent $128,000 in this business in 2022. That's a lot of money. It's going to be a lot of money for a lot of people watching this, but it's not really that much money when you think about the grand scheme of how big the reptile industry is. This is a huge industry. There are a lot of people that spend money, me included. Even just last month, I spent 10 grand just last month buying snakes and buying whatever I needed to do for this business. So there are people still spending money on this business. There may be a recession as far as some of the normal, maybe even lower end stuff's a little bit harder to get rid of because the economy is bad, and people that are wanting to get into the hobby, or maybe they don't even know they want to get into a hobby, people that would normally buy things from pet stores or buying their first pet from people like me or Craig or some of y'all, they're not able to afford those, or that's not a top priority right now on what's going on. So we're losing some of the beginners coming in that would normally be coming into the industry. We're losing those right now due to the economy. But the ball python recession, if you're breeding to advanced projects, in my opinion, there is no recession. There is no problem with selling snakes. The problem is people are talking smack about how bad the economy is and how bad the business is. And once you start talking about, oh man, it's bad, it doesn't make anybody want to invest. It doesn't make anybody want to spend more money. So if I talk about how bad the Ford dealership is that Craig works at, and that keeps going around town and around town and around town and around town, what happens to Craig's business?
It goes down.
It goes down.
Disclaimer, my Ford dealership's not bad. No. My Ford dealership's great. We have wonderful Google reviews. If you need a vehicle, reach out to Tony and I'll give you his discount.
So, Craig has a great dealership, but if people talk about it bad enough...
That's true, yeah. It's very true.
It goes down.
It's called word of mouth.
Exactly. So
it's called speaking it into existence.
Exactly. And that's exactly what I was fixing to say. Craig beat me to it. And that's happening. That's happening inside of our industry. And honestly, we need to quit. I talked to a very good friend of mine. I'm not going to name drop him on this video because he's not very open to talking about things. But he opened up to me last night, and we were sitting down talking, and he said the same thing. He's like, man, I'm sick of everybody talking about how bad the economy is, and I'm selling snakes left and right. And I said, well, I'm not selling snakes left and right, but yes, I'm selling snakes. Cassie, look, that's just, scan over and look at that. That's just some of the boxes that are going out tomorrow. That's just some of them. That's not all of them. Where's this recession at? The recession is you need to recess your mouth and quit talking about it. Quit talking about how bad the industry is. Get up off your butt, take pictures, talk to people, socialize, run some deals. There's nothing wrong with running a deal or running a sale. For the past month, I've been running some pairs and trios and some sales and stuff on Instagram and Facebook. So if you don't follow me on Instagram and Facebook, you better get to it. But you know, there's nothing wrong with that. I'm not destroying our hobby by giving somebody a deal. You know, it's like the dealership gets in 20 new trucks. Well, out of one of those trucks, hey man, we're going to give somebody a deal, and the first person to walk through the door is going to get $2,000 off this truck. What's wrong with that? That helps people get into your business. That helps people get into the hobby. That helps people grow their businesses. And let's face it, when everybody grows, we all grow. So, that's my 2 cents.
I dig it.
Hope it makes sense. Hope y'all don't beat me up over it. We'll see y'all next time.
Be out! Thanks for watching Hard Ride Exotics, and make sure you subscribe. Bye!